Hi, this is Isabel Litzler. Welcome to my channel. So for those of you who are new, here I talk about careers, networking, and entrepreneurship, and mainly in Switzerland. So something that's very particular in Switzerland, and I would argue actually it's the case when you do business in general, is that trust is essential. So this is the difficulty for a lot of expats that don't know anybody in Switzerland and they want to ask about how do I get to build a network in Switzerland? I'm new or I'm thinking about coming, but I don't have a network. How do I start? Where do I build a network? So I'm going to give you 3 tips today on how to do this. So the first thing that you need to be aware of is that networking is basically all built on trust. So it doesn't matter really where you're located or what field you're in or whether you already have a network or start with base zero. It's about people and it's about trusting people. So you tend to do business, hire people that you know and trust. This is the way it works in this world. So this is why companies have processes where they will go through internal referrals and maybe ask their current staff if they know anybody before they go outside. So it's always better from a business perspective to have recommendations from people. So because this is always, again, people will tend to feel more comfortable if they have a background on you, if they know who you are and how you work. So the first thing that you need to think about is, do I have a trustworthy profile right now? Do I have a picture of me? I'm even surprised sometimes when people book a call with me and they don't show their face. So make sure that you're transparent, on your social networks. Do you have your name, your photo, what it is that you do? And it should be the same everywhere because consistency will be part of building that trust. If I see that you have the same photo everywhere, same name, same everything, then I think that maybe I will look at you, maybe I will consider. So really think about this. Think about what could you do to reinforce this trust. Do you have right now on your social profile something that you're proud of, that you feel that you're being transparent? Or do you have, maybe different names going on, different photos that confuse people? So this is something you can do easily. It's something you can do probably in less than an hour, is just look at all your social media, make sure you're consistent across the board so that you never know where recruiters are going to look or which way, those connections are going to come through. I mean, right now I have in my business connections coming from Instagram, coming from Facebook. So people come from different routes, but they need to see the same thing about you. Otherwise they're confused. So make sure that you do this. Number 2 is you need to focus on online networking when you're still far away, especially if you're not in Switzerland. And with the situation right now with this illness that we have, mostly you stay home or you don't go out very much. So I would say focus on online networking, focused on building something via social networks. So we have LinkedIn, I talk about Shaper as well, and I will probably do a quick video on Shaper also to show you how it works because I really believe in the power of this online tool to to get some connections. The only thing with Shaper is that it's mostly developed in France, the US, and a little bit outside of France. But if you're sitting somewhere across the world, you're probably not going to access a lot of profiles. So focus on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is already a big playground for you. So really start online networking, build your profile on LinkedIn and start there, with one networking strategy. So you go on LinkedIn, you build your profile on LinkedIn, and then what you want to do is start engaging. So start following people online. Joining groups is a great way. So you want to join a lot of groups in your field in Switzerland. This is how you will get contacted or seen by other people in your field. So this is a great way to get exposure. And number 3 is start thinking about your approach. So if you're in a group with other people in Switzerland, let's say in supply chain or in finance, try to look through the members to see if there's anyone that you'd be interested in speaking to, exchanging some information with. So if you find that there's finance people and you're in a finance group, so start contacting them. And the approach that I like the best and I'm really a big fan of is the research approach, because it's not really putting the person in a position where you want a job. And if you approach people or they're not really sure what you want, they will assume you're looking for a job. So I find that research is a great way to get in contact with people. So if you say you're You're, for example, working on a blog post, or you're trying to write a blog post about something in finance, and you need some information from specialists. So you're going at it again as a research, or you're doing a master's program. If you're not doing a master's program, it doesn't matter, because you can always say you're doing research for a paper or for a blog. So again, those are just examples. A lot of people are actually doing masters these days, so it could be perfect for them. But if you're not doing a master's and you don't feel comfortable using that to get introduced to someone, which I completely understand, then write a blog post. Start thinking about writing a blog post, and that's a perfect excuse for you to connect with other people, like-minded people, to ask questions, to basically do research to write your post or to write your blog. So you're not lying, you're saying the truth, and you need some expert information to fill in the blanks in your blog. And people will feel very happy that you thought about them to get expert information. People always like to be looked at as experts. So if you're contacting people as experts and you want their input, they will feel very happy that you thought about them, and they will more likely respond to you. So if you say, "Hi, I'm such and such. I live in Spain or Portugal or wherever. I'm writing a blog post on this topic on finance, and I saw you have a great profile. Would you have a few minutes to talk to me?" This gives you an entryway into talking to this person, getting to know them. You're being transparent, and then that builds a rapport with this person where they're more likely to engage with you and to stay in touch. So look at networking as a long haul. So you're not going to get immediately what you're looking for. You have to think about first building that connection with the person, building trust. So remember step one, make sure everything in your profile builds that trust already from before even you talk to that person. Number two is look into online networking, which will be much easier for you and much more likely to happen right now during this particular moment that we're in. And number three, think about an approach that is going to get you some connections with local people in Switzerland. And I really believe the research approach is the one that makes the most sense, the one that will get you more replies and engagement from individuals. Now, if you're more interested in understanding a little bit about, networking and how to build trust and how to connect with like-minded people in Switzerland, feel free to check. I have a new program I'm starting with a group called Careerpreneur, and you're welcome to check this out. I put the link below. This is something that's on application only, so meaning you have to have a call with me first before you can join the program, because I want people to be engaged and also to be like-minded and to have the same objective. So I interview people basically online first before you can join the group. But if you're really interested, this is going to be a way for you to build your network in Switzerland with my mentoring in the group. And I posted the link below. I will talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.